Okay, let's get into it. This isn't just some story about a bad breakup. No, this is about betrayal. It's about ambition, and it's a step-by-step blueprint for how you can turn your absolute lowest moment into your greatest victory. We're going to break down the architecture of that success.
It always starts with something so simple, doesn't it? 4 little words. The kind of text that just pops up on your screen and makes your whole world grind to a halt. Well, for one guy, it did exactly that. It shattered everything. So just try to imagine this for a second. You're in a 4-year relationship. You're making plans, you're thinking about the future, and then boom, it's over. Just like that. And then only 2 weeks later, 2 weeks, the person you thought was your future is engaged to someone else. The whiplash from that is just staggering. At the center of this whole mess is Noah Bennett. He's 26, a super talented, really passionate graphic designer. You know the type, loyal, creative. He'd actually just bought an engagement ring himself. He was completely all in.
And here's where the betrayal goes from bad to absolutely soul-crushing. His girlfriend, Emily, leaves him. 2 weeks later, she's engaged to a guy named Jason Cole. And Jason, oh, he's just Noah's wealthy, super confident, and incredibly powerful boss. I mean, the power imbalance here is just insane.
And to pour salt in a wound that's already gaping, this is what his boss, Jason, actually says to him, quietly, at the office. A little condescending comment just designed to completely humiliate him. So this wasn't just a breakup anymore, it was a direct attack on his worth. And that one remark, that was the gasoline on the fire.
So it really makes you ask, right? What do you do? I mean, when the entire life you thought you were building, the future you saw so clearly, when it all just crumbles to dust, where do you even start to go from there?
Noah was standing at a crossroads. For sure, he could have let all that bitterness and jealousy just eat him alive. And honestly, who would blame him? But he chose a different path. He chose growth. He decided right then and there that his success was gonna be his only statement.
And just like that, fueled by that final brutal insult, the architect got to work. This next part of the story, it isn't about moping around. No, it's about the deliberate, calculated construction of a brand new reality.
Step 1, he quit that toxic job, got himself out of the place that reminded him of his humiliation every single day. Then he went freelance, and he channeled all that pain into 18-hour days, just grinding, building a portfolio, getting clients. He started posting his work online, and one of his design videos just blew up. Then another one. Pretty soon, huge brands were noticing his unique style.
And here's the crazy part. All of this, it happened in just 1 year. 1 single year of intense, obsessive focus, of sacrificing every night, every weekend. And it completely transformed his life from the ground up.
And the result of that insane grind, his new agency, Bennett Creative, becomes one of the hottest, most talked about startups in all of Los Angeles. Yeah, the guy who wasn't built for success was now building one of the most successful new agencies in the entire city. But you know how these stories go. Just when he's hitting his stride, living his new life, an email pops into his inbox. And a ghost from his past is about to collide with his present in the most ironic way you could possibly imagine.
The email subject line just says Wedding Branding Inquiry. And the clients? Jason Cole and Emily Harper. They were so desperate to get the buzziest agency in town for their big day that they reached out with absolutely no idea that the founder was the very man they'd both thrown away.
So picture the scene. They're in this fancy hotel conference room. Noah walks in, looking sharp, totally calm. You can just imagine Emily's face going completely pale. Jason stiffening up, and in that one instant, the entire power dynamic just completely flips on its head.
Noah just walks up, offers a firm handshake, and says this. His tone is all business, no emotion, no hint of their history. It was an absolute masterclass in control. That simple phrase basically said, you have zero power over me anymore. They were just clients, and because his agency was the best, of course they hired him.
But this was never just about doing a good job for them. Oh no. Noah had a plan. He was about to pull off a final, brilliant move, something so subtle, but so devastating. See, on the bottom of every single elegant invitation, every digital save the date, and every piece of their wedding campaign that was designed to go viral, he placed this tiny, signature branding line.
And here is the absolute genius of that move. As their wedding hashtags started trending and their photos went viral all over social media, so did his company's name. Their biggest moment of celebration became his multi-million-dollar marketing campaign. He literally tied his success permanently to their story.
So after the wedding, with his agency's name absolutely everywhere, the story finally comes full circle. There's one last exchange that just puts the perfect final cap on this whole chapter. Emily sends him a message, and you can just feel the regret dripping off of it. It shows she never really understood ambition at all. She only cared about the finish line. She never saw the potential of the person running the race. And Noah's reply? It's short, it's powerful, and it puts all the responsibility right back on her. The point wasn't that he changed, it's that her belief in him was paper thin. And wow, was that a catastrophic misjudgment on her part. So what is the actual blueprint here? I mean, beyond this incredible story, what can we take away from this? Especially if you've ever felt underestimated or just completely overlooked.
This one line says it all, doesn't it? It's the entire blueprint. Emily chose what she thought was a sure thing: prepackaged security, wealth, status. Noah chose the much harder path of building himself up, of personal growth. And by doing that, he became the source of security and value all on his own. And that leaves us with one final thought. When you get hit with a setback, when someone doubts you, and they will, just remember you have that same choice. You can let their judgment become your reality, or you can use it as rocket fuel to build your own. So the real question is, what will your success story be?